How you guys doing today? This is T-Dog with my bug out bag part 2. So I did a little reconfiguring for my bag. I told you guys I was going to add to it, and I did. I had a whole bunch of extra spare pouches laying around, and I remember I showed you that thing that is now totally empty and what I was going to do with it. So I'm going to show you what I did with it. Now, am I probably going to go bigger in the future with a bigger bag? Probably. I weighed it, and it weighs, I want to say, probably about 50 to 52, 53 pounds, which is just heavy enough for me. Those of you who were in Army or the Marines walk around with 100-pound packs, no big deal, but for me, being a Navy guy, we didn't have to do that. So this is just light enough to get me from point A to point B without totally killing my back and myself, pretty much. Anyway, so the things I've added to this is, one, you can already notice the big old, this is a Voodoo Tactical, just utility, I believe they classify this as a dump pouch or dump pack, or utility pack, whatever. The thing I really like about it is it's got the snaps, but also under that is Velcro. So if these snaps, whatever they do, if they break, they fail, your shit's not going to come flying wide open. So the things I've gone ahead and added to it are, actually, I don't think I put anything. There's still nothing in here. No, those fucking can openers are in there. Son of a bitch. Anyway, I went ahead and added, I took that ration bar out and I put it somewhere else, but I went ahead and added my mess kit in there. So me and the wife can both use this to eat off of. Yeah, I'm not carrying two separate mess kits. That's just a pain in the ass. I also added some more fire stuff down here. You can see a little bit of fire starting materials, whatever. I'm not going to go through that pouch again. You guys already know what's in there. And let's see. Look at in this pouch back here, I realized in my butt pack I had a little fold-out stove, so I actually just took all that out and put it in this guy right here. But things you should definitely have is a warm hat, because if you're walking through the wilderness or if it gets cold at night, you need at least a warm, fluffy hat of some type. There you go. Pretty cheap, pretty inexpensive. That's where I put that ration bar right there, just for shits and giggles, pretty much. Just to, get it out of the way. It's taking up valuable real estate up there. I put some stuff back here. Some tea, green tea, antioxidants, good stuff. One thing you definitely have to have is a emergency survival blanket. Not only could this be used for shelter, it's going to get cold, so you want that. And a poncho. You don't want to get your ass wet. All you're going to do is, hinder yourself and probably catch hypothermia. Not to be confused with hyperthermia. Hyperthermia is when you're too hot. Hypothermia is when you're too cold. Okay? Know your medical terminology. Anyway, poncho, great. So that's all that was. I really just added in there. Okay. So this is actually my survival kit. Son of a bitch. This thing is just kind of lopsided. So like I said, this is I'm going to put it up here and drag it so you all can see what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyway, so this is a Voodoo Tactical utility pouch, and I really like Voodoo Tactical stuff. I think they make an excellent product. You see most of my stuff is some Voodoo Tactical, except that fucker right there. That's generic. I'll talk about that in a minute. But it's got the Velcro stuff on it, which is nice, because in case those straps fail, that's the backup. So one thing you should definitely have is a boonie hat, whatever color you like. I like the tiger stripe pattern, or whatever you'd call that. Keeps the sun off your neck, keeps the sun off your ears. You don't want to get sunburned. That's just going to be a pain in the ass. These also have the little holes in it for ventilation for your skull. Those are nice to have too. Get some air up in there. I got a little headlamp. Just a generic headlamp. It's pretty cool. Got to see where you're going at night. 550 paracord. Yeah. Y'all know what that's for. I don't need to explain that. Those utensils you guys saw last time, I just put them in there. A pair of hand warmers, foot warmers. Now, this brand, the Grabber brand, I would really, I had to use a pair of these in my boots when I was out doing some woodwork in the garage, and it takes a while for these to work, so you kind of want to do a preemptive strike with these before you start to use them. Don't use them when you can't feel your hands. It's just not going to work for you. Let's see what else I got in this motherfucker. Oh, I got my little mag light. That's right. Awesome. Anyway, what else we got in this motherfucker? Okay, so this thing is pretty cool. This came with a knife. This is actually a knife set I bought, and I didn't want to carry a big sharpener around with me, so this thing's pretty cool. And what you got is you got your stone, I guess is what you call this. It's not stone, but it helps sharpen your knife. And then you got your what do you call that? I don't remember, but you stick your blade in it, and helps get it sharp for you. But anyway, this can be replaced. This is just a nice tool, really, overall to have. And it does come apart, so you can use it for other things if you want to take it out. It actually closes. Oh, that's kind of cool. Well, yeah, kind of. And then you just cool. Just learned something. Anyway, enough of that. And with that, I got the sharpening oil in here. Yeah, there it is, right there. The oil for your sharpening of your knife. And oh shit, sunscreen. You're gonna need sunscreen. Got that. What else got in this motherfucker? Okay, so a little set of binoculars. Just, I think these are really good to have because you can see what's in front of you. These are a pair of Simmons, I think. I don't know, but they're just. I really think every pack out there should have at least some type of optic device so you can look ahead, see what's going on. Okay, and okay, so here are all these. I found a scored with these extra fuel tablets, so I just went ahead and put those suckers in there. And you guys have already seen these. There's more of these sons of bitches. And this, I kind of came up with this idea. Now, this is that portable stove I showed you guys earlier. I put a couple of things in it. One, I got a compass in there. That's kind of cool. It's a Coleman compass. These things they're pretty inexpensive. I think they're like $10 a piece, but the cool thing about it is it's got a light. And you can not only see whatever you're pointing at, but you can see the freaking compass, in the dark. So that's pretty cool. And I got a little hand saw in there. Now, with the rings. Now, this is also called giggly wire, and they use it in the veterinary world. But I mean, it works. You got to saw something, great. One thing I guess I could add to this is a hatchet, a small hatchet of some kind, so I can do some chopping. Anyway, so that's really what I added in that pouch. That's all that shit fit in this one little pouch, which is excellent, because I don't want to carry this big fucker around with me. That's probably going to be repurposed for something else. I don't know. Anyway, that's cool, and as you can see, this little pouch. Now, I got this. I got this fucker at Cabela's. It was super cheap. It was a pack of 2. You get them for like $20. I don't even know if they sell this anymore, but it is kind of cool because, it was the perfect size for what I wanted to purpose it for, and it doesn't get in the way of my water bottle. I can still take that out, no big deal. It is mounted kind of high, but whatever, it still works. So in here, I actually have my medical kit. I got a little hydrogen peroxide and alcohol in here. Hydrogen peroxide is good for cleaning wounds. However, it is damaging to tissues. So you don't want to go pouring that in a big open wound, but you can definitely use it to clean up blood. Alcohol, okay. And that is isopropyl alcohol, or just, the regular 50% alcohol you get at your, neighborhood city market, Walmart, whatever. And then, of course, I got my medical pack here. In here, I have sterile gauze and super glue, of course, some Ace bandage, regular bandage, Advil for pain, and just some generic items I just totally threw together. Of course, I'd like to get one of those, combat medic kits, but this will purpose, this is good. This will purpose, it's what I'm going to use it for. Anyway, So, oh, and why I have this, this is kind of a stupid thing, but I'm going to say it anyway, because I have this in plastic, okay? I don't have this all willy-nilly in the bag. Unless the bag you're putting all this stuff into is waterproof, you don't want this stuff getting wet, because what it will do is, if you have sterile gauze, sterile whatever, it's in one of these paper packages like these is, there's an effect called wicking. Now what that is if this stuff gets wet, it makes a transport system for the bacteria to get onto your pads. So don't just, if they get wet, don't set them aside, wait for them to dry, and then use them. That's not a good idea. You have to replace them. Okay, I think that's one of those things a lot of people don't think about. Put your shit in plastic. Just keep it safe. Anyway, that's about it. As far as I'm concerned, this bag is pretty much done. Will I make some changes? Probably, but I mean, that's pretty much what I got, and it's purposed for what I intend to use it for. Grab it, go, and we at least have enough water, and at least for cooking and consumption for the next couple of days at least. Now, is this enough to, as far as water being a factor, is this enough to last you, yourself? Maybe. You and another person? Probably not. More like a day and a half. But, I mean, it is what it is, and I could add more water compartments to it, which I probably will, to make sure we're totally covered. But, I mean, there you go. That's what we got, that's what we're looking at, and that's pretty much it. If you guys have any comments, go ahead and please leave me some. If you have any ideas, great. If you don't, that's cool, whatever. But, other words, that's pretty much it.